The officials at the end of, here's the state title game in Division I, the highest division. Doesn't mean anything about the other divisions, not taken away at all. Here's the highest division, probably what, 10,000 people that were there, Jared?
Oh, yeah, at least.
At least.
That place looks packed.
The game comes down to the final nanosecond before it is decided, and then it's really not decided, and you're there on the floor. So you can explain this a little bit better than I can.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Which part? I mean,
the end.
Well,
the
what
referees, what the
is
referees did.
Pinnacle had a last shot, and there was a loose ball, and one of their junior power forwards got the rebound. He got hit across the arm and was fouled with maybe 0.2, 0.3 seconds left, and then got a shot off, and it went in. So the officials did a great job of utilizing what they had in the arena and went to replay. First time I'd seen high school replay. Ever. They took a lot of time on it, which I don't think anyone faulted them for, even though it took a little bit. They got the call right. They were able to see that the foul happened before the ball went off, and they were able to see that the shot went in after the buzzer. And that foul put Pinnacle in the double bonus, and Pinnacle was down 1 at that point. So this kid, his name is Ben Wahlberg, very talented, hardworking kid, got 2 free throws to win it, 1 to tie, 2 to win, made 1 or 2.
So imagine the moment, guys. You're sitting there at the free throw line with 0.3 seconds to go.
Yep.
Actually, there was no time.
There was 0.3.
0.3.
That's basically 0 time left.
And you're down 1. If you miss both, your school loses the state title. If you make 1, you go to overtime.
And he made 1. He didn't make the second. It went to overtime. And then in the overtime game, with about a second left, again, Pinnacle with a chance to win it, down 1. Have the ball, shots missed. Corona gets the rebound this time, but the kid steps out of bounds with 1.1 second left, and the official was standing right next to me where I was standing shooting this. He was all over it, made the right call. I know what you're going with this with their officials. They did a fantastic job, because those types of games are as intense as they get, and the game itself was intense without the officiating, and they did a fantastic job.
It doesn't matter if it's college, pro, we see calls butchered all the time. These guys are out there trying to referee games so that you fans can enjoy it and the kids can enjoy it. And the guys that did the game should get more than $55
sure.
because the game came down to a final play. Pickens misses a shot, falling away. It was a tough shot. The game ends, and Corona del Sol wins. What also caught me and I was pleasantly surprised with is the coach from Corona and the coach from Pinnacle. There was no heavy throwing around, arguing over how things were determined at the end of regulation.
Talking to both coaches afterwards, Coach Wild at Pinnacle said to me, we shot 13 of 22 from the free throw line. We had our opportunities and we blew it. Coach Dwayne said that's the most intense, hard-fought game I've ever been a part of. Didn't mention anything along the lines of officiating. He mentioned turnovers and he mentioned big shots. He also mentioned missed free throws and then made free throws. It was all about the game, and it was not about officiating in a game where it was as intense as ever, and officiating could have been pointed to, but they did a good job, and you're spot on. I didn't even think about that until you just brought it up.
So you've been at ASU U of A basketball.
Yes.
You've been at ASU U of A football. You've been at Cardinal games. You've been at Suns games. You've been there when LeBron did his dunk thing, which was pretty cool. You've been at some cool things. But here's a little high school, in some guys' minds, oh, why do you do high school so much? Because it all works together.
It does.
Here's this moment that Casey Benson may end up playing in the NBA someday. He may end up playing at Grand Canyon University someday. Keep an eye on that. Dorian Pickens is going to go to Stanford. This kid couldn't miss, was terrific. 2 of the better players I've seen come through our state in the last 8-10 years. Wish both of them would stay in state. That's a whole nother rant that I get on where we can't keep these guys. But it was just a job well done. I'm glad you could bring that back. I might write about it. You should write about it. I don't know.
Sure.
Because the refs did a great job.